wants.
Will President Biden agree with that argument? It's unclear, but he is coming under increasing pressure to let the Ukrainians take the gloves off. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
And here's the main news again. Apple and Google have both lost landmark legal cases in the European Union, with the two tech giants ordered to shell out billions of dollars as a result. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are making final preparations ahead of their presidential debate in Philadelphia. And Germany is tightening controls at all of its land border crossings for 6 months as part of a crackdown on illegal immigration. And that's the latest from Feature Story News. Giles Gibson reporting.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 FM, Northern Lights Public Radio.
KCHW headlines. I'm Chuck Ritchie. If you're in Chewelah, your tap water should soon taste a lot better. 18 years after planning began, Chewelah's major water upgrade is set to begin this fall. Public Works Director Mike Frizzell says the project will include drilling a new well that will reduce the high level of manganese in the water. The city is awaiting a final funding timeline from the feds. Until the system overhaul is finished, Chewelah is sticking with the old process of flushing the system twice a year. The next water flush is set to run from October 7th to the 10th. In disturbing news, a Medford, Oregon hospital is being sued for $303 million after a nurse was accused of replacing prescribed fentanyl with tap water and intravenous drips. Danny Marie Schofield was arrested in June and charged with 44 counts of second-degree assault. 9 patients died under her care. And climate change has rewritten the script for disasters. Hundreds of thousands of emergency responders are facing unprecedented challenges, from burnout to post-traumatic stress disorder to tighter budgets. This is as they battle wildfires, windstorms, floods, hurricanes, and other natural disasters that are more frequent and intense than those in the past. In the 1980s, the National Emergency Management Association says states averaged just over $3 billion weather disasters a year. Last year alone, the nation was hammered by a record of 28 of those billion-dollar catastrophes. And our last story, a Washington State University researcher is about to study live reaction to tomorrow's presidential debate. Paul Bowles will measure participants' emotional responses on a second-by-second basis with a ring each of them will wear on their finger. 20 Republicans and 20 Democrats between the ages of 30 and 65 are recruited to take part. They'll each receive a $50 electronic gift card for their involvement. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
Systems go, Val.
All right, hey.
All right. Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7, getting started on a Tuesday with my beautiful and almost so wonderful Sister Val.
Almost so. I like that. Don't want to hype me up too much. Just give it an almost so.
No. I didn't want your head to swell up, especially since I gave you first billing this week. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow. I guess I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Well, you're the popular one.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Yep, that's right. People love Val. All right.
Well, I mean, honestly, what's not to love?
That's true. All right. Getting started on a Tuesday. How was your week, sister?
It's been good. I just feel like I am over the top busy. I'm just feeling just a little bit almost frazzled, and so I ended up volunteering for another project, and so I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
Oh, that's what happens when you volunteer. All of a sudden, all that pressure's on, and you're like, it's just like being back at work. Mm-hmm.
And who wants to do that?
Yeah, well, we're doing it right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true.
All right. Not a bad day for you today. It's a high temperature of 83 with a mix of sun and clouds and some light winds. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Give way to cloudy skies late with 54 for an overnight low. And tomorrow begins the end of summer.
It begins tomorrow?
Yeah. Get these temperatures. 71. Cloudy skies for Wednesday. right? 15% chance of rain. 15% for Thursday under partly cloudy skies, high of 74. Mostly sunny, 76 for Friday. Cloudy Saturday, 74. Sunday, 74 and partly cloudy. Looking ahead to the following week, temperatures in the upper 60s. So your heat wave finally done.
Oh, I think I'm ready for fall. I'm also ready for a little rain, so that would be good. But yeah, it's time. I think we're all tired of the super hot, super dry.
Definitely. All right, you saw my picture that I posted online that fall's already hit Maine. We got the tree. I got 3 trees in the yard starting to turn red. That's always exciting and pretty.
Wow. Yeah.
I have a new thing for raking too. Is these trees will dump a ton of red leaves, and then I rake them into like the common areas, and because it's all red, it looks pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah,
pretty.
Yeah,
pretty.
And then by the time all that snow's gone in the spring, they're pretty much mulch. So,
well, I think I didn't notice the trees so much because I was just noticing the hair.
Yeah. So, and this was one of our things for bits and breaks, but we can skip it. And one of it was, what's the one thing you posted that went viral? So I'd had 2 postings on my Facebook page of some really cool and rare mushrooms that I found. And I thought people would be excited about that, so I post pictures of them. And I mean, they got like 4, 5, 6 maybe likes on those pictures, couple comments. Then I post a picture of me and the leaves changing color, and thinking that people will be, oh, that's cool with the red leaves behind me and stuff. And no, it's like 40 comments about my hair and jokes.
Like I said, I didn't even notice the trees, honestly. I thought you were showing us your hair.
My favorite one was Mike Pence saying Robert Plant doppelganger. I'll take that. Not too sure about the Chris Christopherson. Somebody said that. And then I said, well, I walk like he did in Blade. So what's something that people reacted to that you posted that you never expected?
Oh, I'm trying to think of what I posted recently. I don't really know if I've posted anything recently that kind of got a lot more likes than I expected.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Gonna have to talk to you about how to be an influencer then.
I guess. Yeah. I tend to post a lot of like cat stuff and things like that I think is funny, and I don't always get the most comments on it. But yeah, and Brad will make the comment. He can post all sorts of different things on Facebook. As soon as he posts a picture of Charlie, everybody comments.
Dogs and cats. Dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats. So I guess I just need to start posting real pictures of my cats instead of funny cat videos.
All right. Well, let's take a look what the kids are having for breakfast today. They've got a choice, cold variety of cereal, that banana split breakfast smoothie, bagel variety, super bakery bread, sausage biscuit sandwich, or French toast sticks. Oh, I love the variety they're giving this year. That's pretty cool. And then for lunch today, I want to know what they are. So you've got Spanish rice, veggies and fruit, and then something called a Crispito.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's like those little, like the fried cinnamon and sugar things?
It's kind of what
Or
it
do you
sounds
think
like,
it's like-
maybe. But maybe there's some breakfast food inside of it.
Maybe.
And I don't think they'd give them all that
Sugar.
Yeah, right. Especially the little ones. Huh. All right. Crispito, which reminds me of what I had for breakfast.
Put that cookie down now!
So good, though. It's a really good cookie. Just saying. All right, a couple of quick events. Let's take a look at that. Chihuahua Library Storytime. I believe that's happening still out front of the library. That's 10:30 to 11:30 today. Then tonight at 6:30, this is something for you, Val. It's the Chihuahua Valley Land Trust and the Sunset Fun Run.
I don't run unless there's a bear chasing me.
Do you accept waddling? Because I could do that. Yeah. All right. So it is, let's see, Tuesdays at 6:30. Looks like it's also going to happen on the 24th. So tonight and then again on the 24th at the Gold Hill Community Forest. If you have any questions, you can log on to our Chihuahua Chamber of Commerce, go to the calendar, and there's some information and people you can contact there. All right, more stuff coming up. We have, let's see, I wasn't quite ready. Senior Citizens Bunko. Now I opened this up. Do you know what that game is, Bunko?
Yes, I have played Bunko.
What is it, Val?
It is you have tables, usually with 4 people around the table. You throw dice, whoever wins, whichever 2 people win on that table, I think, move forward. So it's a progressive game, usually played with 12 people. And so.
Do you change tables?
You move tables, yes.
So it's good exercise, too. That's why it's happening at the senior center. You should go, Val.
Probably not. I'm not a Bunko fan. I don't know why. I mean, it's a great opportunity to get together with, it's usually women. Women are probably more likely to play Bunko and have monthly Bunko parties. Okay. It's just not ever been something I'm interested in.
All right. Let's see. Also coming up on Thursday after Bunko, you have free diapers. Free diapers. Okay. That goes on from 10 to 11:30 at the Catholic. Did I open that one? I believe it's at the Catholic Church. All right.
Okay. I have an announcement for a nonprofit.
Okay.
In Deer Park. The Deer Park Eagles is going to be hosting a craft and vendor fair on October 12th, and they are still looking for vendors for that event. And so if you are interested in getting a table, you need to call Barb, or text Barb, she prefers text. Text Barb at 509-435-6738 and reserve your table.
All right, that's happening at the Deer Park Eagles, you said.
Correct.
All right. All right. Also happening today was the free diapers. That takes place at St. Mary of the Rosary Parish Hall here in Chihuahua at 502 East Main Street. It does happen on the second Thursday of every month. Also, for Thursday, Food Bank is open from 10 to 2. Then on Friday, the wonderful Chihuahua Farmers Market. And I better click on this. It says 2 more. While that loads, I'll let you know that there is a 2-person open best ball scramble going on at the Chihuahua Golf and Country Club on Saturday. That's going to go from 7:30 in the morning till 6 p.m. Also, Chihuahua City Park, another Fun in the Sun vendor fair. Oh, man, they've been doing so many of those. Great time to get out and stop by the Chihuahua City Park. And it's like back-to-back. I like it when they do this because you have the farmer market on Friday and then the vendor fair on Saturday. So very, very cool. All right, let's see if that stuff pulled up for me. It does not look like... One more try here. It said 2 more for Friday. Oh, at the Chihuahua Farmers Market. This is important. I'm glad I did this. So it runs from 11 to 3:30, and from 3:30 to 4, following the market, it's the market's apple pie eating contest. Annual event. Always fun. And then that evening at American Legion Post 54, from 5 to 9, a fundraiser for Isabella. There you go. Just a few events happening around the community. Don't forget, tomorrow you have Paula and Sharon and Chuck, and they dive deep into community events, and that's always happening on Wednesday. So good stuff there.
All right.
A couple news headlines. Are you prepared?
Maybe.
Okay. First up, important news for women. Starting today, a new Food and Drug Administration rule will require healthcare facilities to tell patients who get mammograms about their breast density. The rule is going to help patients get a clearer sense of their breast cancer risk and screening options, as higher breast density can make it harder to detect cancer and is linked to a higher risk of developing cancer as well. Why does it matter? Because about half of American women over 40 have dense breasts, yet a 2023 study found many women don't know that having that density is a risk factor.
Yeah, it's mammogram can't get a clear picture.
Yep. All right, as we continue to tear apart the atmosphere, SpaceX's Polaris Dawn capsule carrying 4 private citizens successfully blasted off earlier today. It's a 5-day mission expected to include the first spacewalk carried out by an all-civilian crew, and they're going to do this in what's called the radiation belt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Radiation belt. Sounds like a good way to get X-rays at the same time.
That's right. And in fact, a radiation belt is the only way I keep my pants up.
Bum.
First joke. Thank you. All right.
Well, Ken left us one on Facebook this morning. He said, "Bunko, if it was a drinking game, more guys would be interested."
Ooh.
So true. And so we got a good morning from Ken and from Ron this morning, who is heading to the beautiful North Cascade National Park.
Yeah, he's going on a hike with one of your friends.
Oh, really?
Did she tell you?
Uh-uh.
Oh, all right. It's one of your Facebook friends. I won't throw her under the bus yet, but they're going hiking together.
Okay.
Isn't that cute?
Aw, so sweet.
This is Ron. And funny she didn't contact you for like a warning or something. Just kidding, Chuck. You have fun. All right. You just wait, Ken. I'll have something for you momentarily.
That's right.
All right. Tropical storm Francine, which sounds like a friendly. Oh, who's coming over? It's Francine.
She's a little blustery.
Yeah. She developed in the Gulf of Mexico yesterday and is expected to become a hurricane before making landfall tomorrow in Louisiana, where some communities are already evacuating.
Oh, wow.
All right. We'll get into this a little deeper. Legendary actor James Earl Jones, who famously voiced the role of Darth Vader, died at 93. He's in a lot of other stuff, but that's his most well-known. He died at 93. Star Wars creator George Lucas called him an incredible actor and a most unique voice, both in art and spirit. One thing, in case we don't get to it, people might not know, is he sold his digital rights before his death.
Oh, really?
So, which is like a huge boon for his family, maybe, because I'm sure he was a very rich man after his acting career, but he got a little bonus there at the end to pass on to his loved ones. So you will hear, just in case Star Wars does some more Darth Vader stuff, they have the rights for his voice to use it more.
Oh, wow. And it's just amazing because you knew him for his voice in that movie, but not his face.
Yeah. And the guy that actually played Darth Vader got no credit and threw a fit. All right. Little James Earl Jones.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
Emperor's waiting for you right now. All right. What a great career.
Go towards the light.
Yeah.
Go to the light.
Go to the light, James. And a big round of applause. Love him. James Earl Jones. So sorry. All right. Princess Kate announced that she finished chemotherapy for an undisclosed cancer and would be returning to some public engagements, saying she now has a renewed sense of hope and appreciation of life. Always a fear to live with something like that it's going to come back. So scary.
It is very scary. Very scary. Good morning, Craig. Joining us on Facebook this morning.
Is that our Friday DJ, Mr. McQueen?
It is.
Oh, good morning, Craig. Been hearing great things about you, and hats off to Craig and Chuck and some other people I know helped him out too. But we had a Matt Hopper concert on Saturday night, kind of an impromptu thing. So some friends of Chuck, and I know Craig and Chuck have been working together on the sound system. And that live broadcast, you can check it out too. It's going to be on YouTube. Pretty sure it's on Facebook. It sounds phenomenal. Good job, guys. Amazing. Go back and check out that video on YouTube or KCHW. Our Twitch, we don't pay the pro fee, so after 24 hours, all videos on Twitch are gone. So that one's gone. So you have to look for it on the KCHW page on Yahoo or as I said, YouTube. All right, continuing on sports, New York Jets lost to San Francisco 49ers 32-19 in the first full game with quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who got injured during his debut with the team last year and couldn't play for the rest of the season. We'll see how he does this year. What's happening today? Well, everybody knows it's Vice President Kamala Harris and Mr. Trump debating for the first time at 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC. We'll cover some more of those. All the networks are carrying it. It's a big deal. Huge ratings, all that kind of stuff.
I'm making popcorn.
You're making popcorn. I got an old school dart gun.
Oh.
Anytime either one of them says something dumb, I'm shooting the screen with a dart, and we'll see who has the most darts at the end of the debate.
Are you going to be able to see Trump any longer on that screen?
I have a feeling my TV will get weighted and fall off the side.
I was going to say, do you have enough darts?
I'm going to need more. All right. If I run out and it's like a big circle of darts, I'll just take all those darts off and replace it with a toilet plunger.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. My question is, and it's kind of like a prayer. I'm hoping that before I die, we actually have like 2 good presidential candidates, and I have a really tough choice to make. Probably not.
Ken says that you should just get blue and red darts, and then you would kind of have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Women's basketball, Suns and the Sparks take the court 10 p.m. Eastern on the WNBA League Pass. I wonder if that's later because of the debate. In baseball, Cubs and Dodgers play again at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Major League Baseball app. And that's it, except for a couple other stories I want to share that I pulled up. Wasn't on the cheat sheet. Let's see. Most overcrowded country in the world is Europe, with almost 4 tourists to every local. Don't go to Europe. Wow.
Oh, there's so much to see over there, evidently, though.
That's crazy, though. 4-1 for tourists. All right. There's a fun video online on Yahoo this morning. A tow truck stealing a guy's big old jacked up pickup, Dodge truck. The guy jumps in the tow truck and steals it and then takes out everything as he's driving away.
Oh, jeez.
That was my enjoyment for this morning. Let's see. On Saturday, NASA's plagued Starliner spacecraft made it back to the ground in one piece. It was lots of technical issues as it came down to Earth, though, so glad there was no people in it. All right. And then this one we get a picture for. Oh, stand by as I pull it up. I love stuff like this. All right. If you're watching online, today's bonus. This is a guy, they call him Ginger Elon. And he made a car, and instead of a Tesla, it's called a Tesla. And it's made to look like the Cybertruck. And he spells it, it's called the Cybertruck, but he spells it Siber. And as you can see, it looks like it's a four-wheeler.
Side by side or
side by side or a four-wheeler that's been converted to look like a Cybertruck.
It looks like it's a side by side.
Yeah. He claims it's got 550 horsepower, but I doubt it. And the greatest thing about it is no brakes, which I hear is pretty much the same as a Cybertruck. But I thought that was pretty cute. All right.
That is pretty funny.
All right. I kind of want one now. I mean, if I can have that one instead of a real Cybertruck, I'd probably go with that, right?
It'd be funny running around the woods in that thing.
But you get some looks. All right, speaking of funny, Val starts off this morning's Bits and Breaks with today's redneck joke.
And now that it's lost behind all my other screens, there we go. What's the difference between a Washington Zoo and an Idaho Zoo?
I don't know.
All right, the signs at the Washington Zoo give every specimen's common name and scientific name. Signs at the Idaho Zoo give the common name, the scientific name, and the recipe.
Spot it all, Stu. Came out of Idaho, I'm just saying. All right, another quick joke. Policeman finds someone crawling on all fours in the middle of the street. Was not me. Cop approaches him and asks him, "What on earth do you think you're doing?" The man on the floor replies, "I've lost it." And the policeman asks him curiously, "Lost what?" And the man on the floor answers, "Well, my balance." All right, jumping back to Facebook real quick. Craig it says, "Thank you, Scott, for the big shout out to my bandmates, Two Stones, One Bird, and Old Souls and Antiques." It said, I can't do full names, but it says Will and Rob for thanking them for helping with the sound during the Matt Hopper show. So, all right. Little ad in there. And Ken says, how bad would our traffic be if all the tourists came back home? No, stay in Europe. Stay in Europe. All right, here comes Val with 8. Count them, 8 things you didn't know yesterday.
All right. More babies are born in September than any other month. In America, September 9th is the most popular day for births.
Wow. That's why I've always skipped September.
Well, some people, it's like, Merry Christmas. Honey, what should we do to celebrate? And then 9 months later, they have a baby.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
The real name for a hashtag is an octothorpe.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sounds like somebody
Octo
important.
as in, octo as in 8.
Okay.
There were active volcanoes on the moon when dinosaurs were alive.
Yeah, I just prove it. Prove it.
Yeah, prove it. The human body has 70,000 miles of blood vessels.
Who stretched them out? Yuck.
Another thing you might not have known yesterday is that soap operas were so named because most of their early sponsors were soap companies.
Yes. We were playing some drop-ins from Lux last Thursday, me and Chuck. So, it was just, and they were talking about how creepy the old-time commercials were. And in fact, they called their facial soap, they called it toilet soap.
Oh. Oh.
What are you doing washing with toilet soap?
And rinsing with toilet water?
Yes. Conserve. You know, if we were all doing that, this global warming wouldn't be such a thing.
So true.
Yeah. Okay.
So true.
Sorry.
In a survey, 40% of us said we reuse aluminum foil.
To, like, sand things.
Yeah.
Like the grill.
Clean the grill.
Yeah, I'll save it for that kind of stuff. I don't recook my food on it. I recook your food on it, but not mine.
Yeah. I am not going to stand there and wash aluminum foil,
Why would
for
you wash
one. But I do reuse the ones that I use to cover up my bread in the oven, you know, so the top doesn't get too hot or too brown.
Okay.
So I will reuse those because it doesn't get any food or anything on it.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Mostly.
All right. Yeah. If you took all of the McDonald's McNuggets in 1 year and laid them end to end, they would stretch to the moon.
Again, who stretched that out? All right. Last one?
And last one. Early American colonists made gray paint for their homes by boiling blueberries in milk.
Ooh. Yeah, we have blueberry
Took
milk.
a lot of milk.
We have blueberry milk, and it's really gray. I think they might drop a couple drops of blue food coloring in there to help it out. But it's really gray looking. Yeah.
Yeah, it would look disgusting if it was just gray.
All right. It's good, though. Blueberry milk. Just saying.
Okay. I imagine it would be.
Most radical position that is non-political. So as I do a few of these examples that people gave online, Val, I want your most radical position that is non-political. This could just be something that you hate, like this person who says, cruise ships should be illegal. If you're not on it, how does it affect you, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every 50 years, each state gets to vote if they want to stay in the United States, and they're staggered one state per year. If they leave, they can only be readmitted as a non-voting territory for 25 years.
I have a problem with that. That's a pretty radical position to take, because what if you're in a state that you're like, I don't want to leave, and you get outvoted?
Well, think about it this way, Val. What if it was Texas?
Or Idaho.
Idaho. Bye-bye. There's a big barn door. Don't let it hit you in the butt. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Idaho. Just a joke. Just a joke. We always pick on Idaho because we're neighbors and we love them.
Would you mind saying that again?
Yes.
Idaho? That's frightfully interesting. We pronounce it Ohio.
Potato head! Way to go, Idaho!
All right, we'll keep going. Sorry, Idaho. All right. Next one. Oh, this is good. 1 year of customer service work experience minimum before entering politics.
Ooh, I do like that. We also hold the opinion that you should have served in the military.
Ooh.
If you're going to be in, the upper levels of the government.
And I don't think you should be able to be convicted of a felony to be president. I mean, most states have a law you can't be a felon and run for office. How did they miss that for presidents?
You can't be a felon and like there's so many things. Vote. There's all these other rules you can't do if you're a felon.
I read that online that Trump actually, because his home state, or he was voting in New York as his domicile. So I guess because he's got so many houses he can change. But if he didn't change his location, he would not be able to vote. So, yeah, all right. Just side note. All right, the moon should be a state.
Who gets to be the representative for the moon?
I'll do it. Kind of a space cadet anyways. Right. All right, I'm sorry. Let's see. Next, the House and Senate and SCOTUS should have term limits of 12, 18, and 24 years. They should all have mandatory retirement at 76.
So, SCOTUS gets 24 years. Okay, I was having to reread that. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, this person...
Yeah, I think 24 is too long.
Yes. Can we go for 2? They say, because everybody that's in there a long time usually goes corrupt or becomes filthy rich. I don't think you should get more than one term. Do what you can do in 4 years and you're done. And no lifetime benefits. All right. This is a big one here. This is going to cause some disruption in the show today when I say it. Once again, we are doing your most radical position that is non-political. Actually, that last one was kind of political. Stickers on fruits need to be permanently banned.
What?
Yes. All right. There should be no prescription medicine commercials and no small print commercials. There you go. TV would go off over-the-air TV if they didn't take these prescription medicine commercials. They'd be done. There'd be no more television because that's all they run. That's where their sole source of income is Pfizer. All right. Next person, I propose jail time for online retailers who tell you your package is shipped when all they've done is create a shipping label. Ain't it the truth? Not for Val, though. She's so close to Spokane. You get same-day delivery from Amazon.
We do. It's been kind of bizarre lately. There's been a couple things I needed, like chemicals for the hot tub, and it was there by the end of the day. It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why go to town? Why go to Spokane, fight the traffic, get frustrated, spend your gas, when you can just hit buy now, and it'll be here by the end of the day.
Stay home forever.
Forever.
All right. Criminalize LED lights is on the list, too.
Headlights, LED headlights.
Yeah. So you won't be blinded?
Oh, yeah. Some of them are awful.
All right. And then the 4-day, somebody here says we should have a 4-day work week with Wednesday off.
I don't know about the Wednesday off.
No, that's a poor choice.
Yeah. I mean, some people maybe want to break up their week. But no, I would rather have a long weekend.
Yeah, really? Right in the middle of it so that you get like one day off, but you can't even do anything Wednesday night because you have to be back to work.
Yeah.
But you would be like, Tuesday would be like your first Friday, and then Friday would be like your second Friday.
I guess.
All right. 4-day week with Wednesday off.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
All right. Something we all love. And Val, do you love it?
What's that?
Macaroni and cheese.
Oh, yeah. I do like mac and cheese. I mean, yeah, the creamier, the better.
All right. Roll with it.
Ask any kid and they'll tell you mac and cheese is a year-round food. But if you had to choose a season or two when mac and cheese tastes best, it would be fall and winter. Here's why we love mac and cheese.
Okay.
All right. You can still eat it after you lose your teeth.
If you bite one in half, you might be able to use it as a tooth. Okay.
There you go. You can store it in your cheeks for between meal snacks.
Or your pocket.
It protects your fall if you nod off at the dinner table. Here's probably one of the best reasons. It doesn't taste like Brussels sprouts.
A round of applause for that one.
How about this one? If you hold it to your ears, you can hear the wind rustling through the cheese fields.
Ooh, cheese fields.
And then finally, why we love mac and cheese. Even if it clogs your arteries, the blood can still flow through those little tubes.
Totally true. All right. Signs, Val's an adult.
I was going to ask you, what's your favorite way to add some oomph to your mac and cheese, though?
Oh, I like the crusty bread topping like they do in Marie Callender's. And then the generic Safeway brand of mac and cheese with bacon is probably the best mac and cheese I've ever eaten. It's absolutely amazing.
So do you get that? Is it like a deli or a frozen?
It's frozen.
A box?
It's wonderful frozen boxed food. Yes, it's how I built this body. This is a box food body. Ladies.
So I probably told you this story before.
Okay.
But we grew up eating mac and cheese made from scratch with Velveeta cheese.
It was horrible.
And, I just remember it being like super creamy and super yummy. So as an adult, I'm like, I'm going to make mac and cheese. I'm going to buy Velveeta and I'm going to make it like it was when we were kids.
Make it like Mom.
It was the most disgusting mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. I'm like, why did I think this was going to be so good? It's artificial, cheesy weirdness.
Yeah. That cheese, I mean, you can have a hunk of it once every 5 years, and that's enough.
I had to give all that Velveeta away. I'm like, this stuff is disgusting.
And you give it to your mother-in-law?
I don't even remember who I gave it to.
Okay, I'm just checking.
And then I thought one time, I'll use some of it up. I'll make like a 6-cheese mac and cheese, and just add all these different types of cheeses to it. Only thing I could still taste was the dang Velveeta.
Oh, all right. No Velveeta. Okay, I got it.
No, that's my radical position.
That's your radical position for today. All right.
We should outlaw Velveeta cheese.
I have a very radical position. And it's better mufflers on semi-trucks and Harleys. Did I say that out loud?
I did.
I hate it when I'm traveling. I hate getting startled by somebody flying by my window, with a really loud. Yeah, I hate it.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right.
But you wouldn't have pulled over and taken them out because you heard their mufflers.
That's true. All right. Signs Val's an adult when a new cleaning sponge turns her on.
I am so I love my new vacuum. Does that count too?
Yes, it does. All right. Another one. What once was a punishment, like being home by 8 and not going out on the weekend, are now Val's goals.
Oh, definitely. Do we have to go out?
Signs Val's an adult. When she walks in the room, she forgets why.
Is that a sign you're an adult or signs you're old?
Both. All right. Your breakfast cereal is full of healthy grains rather than tiny marshmallows.
Oh, I miss the tiny marshmallow days.
Yeah, some Fruit Loops would be great. I did something stupid on the radio one day, and my co-host said, and it's always stuck with me. He goes, "How many bowls of Fruit Loops did you smoke this morning?" I'm not that dumb. Really, I'm not that dumb. All right. Signs Val's an adult. She makes involuntary noises when she sits up and sits down.
I've really noticed it, particularly with the getting in and out of the Mustang because it's kind of lower and stuff. It's like, man, I had this cool car, and then I get out of it going, oh. You're like, oh, this is embarrassing.
All right. You start conversations about the weather and actually care about an answer.
So you know whether your bones and your joints are going to hurt.
The phrase, "I'm just going to rest my eyes for a minute," becomes a dangerous gamble. I do that every time I lay down now. I hope this isn't the last one. All right. Signs Val's an adult. She gets unreasonably angry about people parking on the street in front of her house. Who's at my mom's? Who's at mom's house? I see somebody in front of mom's house. Who's over there? All right. The last one, the last sign that Val's an adult. Her favorite aisle at the store is the one with cleaning supplies.
I beg to differ. If you're an adult, your favorite aisle at the store is the wine aisle.
Okay, I'll take that. All right, a little more fun. Val, here's a list for us. What's a weird thing you find attractive in people?
Oh, here's what the internet says. I like a man who looks like he'd make a really good mall Santa.
Where are these ladies at?
Oh, that's pretty funny. It must be the adult women that are being, asked this, I guess.
I would think so.
Which, I tried to get my husband to grow his beard out a little bit last year so he'd look more like Santa, but he wasn't going for it. So
I got all this white now. I could do a good one. I just don't know how much money you can make in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I want to know what a small Santa makes before I commit to growing the beard.
Well, I'm sorry. They probably, if you're going to be typecast, they'd give you the role of elf, not Santa.
Hey!
Shut up, Wesley.
Oh, what do people on the internet say that they find attractive, which is a little strange, is small imperfections like on the teeth, beauty marks, etc.
Oh, you have a hole in that tooth. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. So cute. Oh, my gosh. This person says nothing gets me more excited than the ability to regulate their emotions. I know that sounds so weird, but when a guy takes a second to break and walk away from a situation that is making him upset, or even better, de-escalates the situation in a mature and reasonable way, it really turns me on.
I was actually told that. After a troubling situation, I had a gal tell me that she'd never seen a man not throw a fit, cuss and swear and throw things over a similar situation. That I just dealt with the problem, figured out what needed to be done, and took care of it, and she was impressed. So.
Oh, does she still date you?
No. Thanks, Val.
So she wasn't that impressed.
You're my sister, so that was just cruel because you know I'm not dating, which means that every woman I've ever dated has stopped dating me. So thanks for that, Val.
Shut up, Wesley.
I'm going to see how many of these I can get today.
Wow. Ouch.
I thought you had a couple on the line.
I'm working it.
Trying to reel them in?
Yeah, I'm just slow. And I'm looking for ones that are slower than me so I can catch them.
Right. This person says that they find it attractive when a woman, when a woman wears their hair up. When women wear their hair up.
I thought it was when they take it down.
Oh, well, maybe both.
All right. How about women with hair? Sorry.
Everywhere but their chin? I don't
know. No. I love a little hair chin. Have you seen the commercial for, it's like Match.com or something, where it's a guy and the gal and he's fidgeting and he lifts up his shirt and shows her a massive pimple on his back and then she pops it?
Oh.
And then it says, find someone who gets you.
Oh, wow.
That's why I wear a shirt now without a back.
Oh, so they can just see it and decide right up front.
Yeah, look what I got.
Hail to the king, baby.
Last one on our list today is seeing a man take care of his kid.
I don't know. When I was a single dad and lived in Spokane, Lindsay was a baby, I'd take her to the park all the time. It never got me a date. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Scotty's on fire.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh.
All right. Oh, I ended up with these. It's time for what Scott thinks about in the shower. Look at that. I'm not quite sure who it was going to be, but it looks like Val didn't take a shower. So, that's called a payback, sis.
Yes. Definitely don't look like I took a shower.
You know, I was thinking about you with when I was thinking of this first deep thought in the shower. It was if you clean a vacuum cleaner, Val, you now become a vacuum cleaner. And isn't after all that your dream?
It is.
Did you
Go
really
around cleaning vacuums?
You said did you really get a new vacuum you're all excited about?
Yeah, I did. It's one of those things. I'd had a Dyson for years and years, and I always liked my Dyson. But Brad's always hated it. So it was getting kind of old. Things were starting to, not work so well on it. And I'm like, okay, let's get a new vacuum. And it's the first time I've said, hey, honey, let's go buy something. And Brad's like, yes, I've been waiting for you to say that. So we went and got a new vacuum, and it was amazing because we just vacuumed with a Dyson, got it home and vacuumed with the new vacuum, and unbelievable how much
pulled out, huh?
What it pulled out. And so yeah, I kind of, every time I run my vacuum, I'm feeling so good about how clean things are getting.
Oh, she rolls on the floor, eats food down there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing about the shower this morning that I thought about, nothing's on fire. Fire's on things.
Look there, that fire on that thing.
Yeah. This was tough. Why is the word long shorter than the word short? These are the things that keep Scott up at night. The person who invented the doorbell probably didn't like yelling ding dong at people's houses. Which is the same thing that it was strange when I go to Val's house and I knock on the door. She says ding dong to me.
It's the ding dong.
People say bless you when you sneeze, but not when you cough. Why?
Oh, we have a cat that does that. That
says
meows every time you sneeze. So if you sneeze, and because she likes to lay up on her little cat's thing, and you sneeze, and she'll go meow every time you sneeze.
Like if you do a successive, is it like after every sneeze in a row? Will she do it in a row with you each time?
Well, she gets the louder the more you sneeze. Like, okay, already.
She'd love mine.
So once, yeah. So one little sneeze, you get a meow, and then if you keep going, then it's like meow.
Stop it. That's funny. This one will boggle your mind for the rest of the day. The word non-hyphenated is hyphenated. Yep. News you can use. And the last one, the first person to drink milk from a cow was either really brave or really thirsty. I'm just going to get down there and drink from that.
I'm picking up a heavy, creepy vibe here.
Well, then keep your cows on your own property. All right, Val, it's our life. What do we do over our lifetime? Things that we'll do over our lifetime.
All right. Over our lifetime, the average person will laugh 410,078 times.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, the next one is evidently why Scott has so much time to think. The average person takes 25,972 showers.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
The average woman washes her hair 15,696 times.
That's not taking a shower then?
Just washing her hair, I guess.
Well, you said I was first, so 25,000 showers, and so I bathe more than women. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. But how do you wash your hair every single time you shower?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't everybody? Do some people shower and not wash their hair?
I shower and don't wash my hair. when you have, I don't know, it's hard on your hair to get all that good oil stripped off it every day. And when you're a woman and then have to fix your hair when you get out, it's not like, you and your curly locks, you can just let it go and dry. A woman usually has to do something with her hair. So it's just easier not to wash it.
How do you
on some days?
Do you like put it in a cap?
Not always. It just depends on how good it looks the second day and whether I'm going to have to do anything.
No,
to it.
I mean, do you put your hair in a cap in the shower, not after?
Oh, no, it'll get wet along the bottom. I don't mind that, but I'm not going to redo my whole hair.
So that explains how the average person takes 25,000 showers, but the average woman washes her hair 15,000 times. Okay.
Right. All right.
I've been educated. All right.
Okay.
Explain this one to me. The next one.
What I find though is how specific these are. It's not like over 15,000 times. It's 15,696 times. We're going to get very specific. All right. The average person spends a total of 911 hours brushing their teeth.
Wow. Those are the people with no teeth.
Over a lifetime.
Oh, okay. Not last week.
Not last week.
Okay.
Over a lifetime, the average person spends a total of 7 years in the bathroom, using the toilet, showering, brushing teeth, etc.
Well, we've covered all these kind of too. It's disgusting.
Over his lifetime, the average man will cry 1,258 times.
Oh, rookie numbers.
Yeah. Especially
they haven't had as many.
Out the average.
Sorry.
You haven't had as many what?
Girlfriends. Rookie numbers for the crying.
And then the average woman cries 4,764 times over her lifetime.
And probably
numbers.
because of something that the man did. That men do. I think men are probably the best at making women cry.
I kind of feel, this is just a personal observation though.
Okay.
I feel like as men get older, they get more sensitive.
Yes.
And are more apt to cry. I feel like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like as women get older, they get a little tougher skinned and maybe don't cry as much, or maybe the hormones aren't there or whatever it is. But I think women tend to cry less as they get older.
I started crying real easy, really young. It was after the birth of my first daughter. I don't know if it made me more sensitive or what, but it's so bad. I can if there's a really good heartstrings commercial, I can cry at that.
And I can do that too. And I'll cry over a movie. But yeah, I just think otherwise maybe I'm not as emotional as I was when I was younger. Okay.
All right, we started off the show today talking about how James Earl Jones had passed away at 93, and I do have a little bit of information on him. Legendary actor James Earl Jones, known for his unmistakable voice as Darth Vader in Star Wars, of course, passed away at his home in Dutchess County, New York, at the age of 93 yesterday. Jones's illustrious career began back in the 1950s when he discovered his passion for acting at the University of Michigan. He made his Broadway debut in Sunrise at Campobello in 1958 and went on to receive 4 Tony Award nominations, winning twice for his outstanding performances. In addition to his Broadway success, Jones also achieved an EGOT status by winning an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. Not very many people have done that. That's a huge feat. He lent his iconic voice to various memorable characters, including Mufasa in The Lion King, leaving an indelible mark on cinema. James Earl Jones. All right. I think do I still have one? Yes.
I am your father.
And I always preferred this one.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
And in the good news department, Harvey Weinstein undergoing emergency heart surgery. How could he take James Earl Jones and leave Harvey Weinstein behind? Really?
That's what I want to know.
It's horrible. All right, bad joke. But we have plenty more. What you need to do is sit right there and wait till we come back. We're going to thank our sponsors, deliver some news, and we'll be back. We've got celebrity birthdays, a little bit of today in history, some other news to share with you, and then we always wrap it up with wacky but true. We call it odd news, and 8 funny stories today you don't want to miss. So stay right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7, and we will be right back.
Shut up, Wesley.
Hey, Marshall. You ought to be doing radio commercials. How to talk a lot and say nothing.
We are too wild and crazy. The Emperor has been expecting you.
It's 8:17.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service NOAA Newscast, September the 10th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. The highly anticipated debate between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris is tonight. And as Election Day inches closer, more attention is being placed on the role of toss-up states such as Nevada.
Harris has launched an issues page on her campaign website outlining a number of her policy decisions and how they differ from Project 2025, a controversial policy playbook issued by a right-wing think tank called the Heritage Foundation. While Trump has tried to distance himself from Project 2025, it's proved to be quite a challenge, since many influential Trump loyalists and allies are behind it. Julie Milliken with the nonprofit Media Matters for America says the Heritage Foundation has a proven track record of success.
They have consistently gotten the majority of their mandate for leadership proposals implemented by incoming Republican administrations, again, going back to Reagan.
Milliken says that in the first year of the Trump administration, the Heritage Foundation touted that more than 2/3 of their mandates were enacted under Trump. The debate will be hosted by ABC and will start at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Milliken considers Project 2025 to be what she calls expansive and extreme, which she says can lead voters to feel overwhelmed. I'm Alex Gonzalez reporting.
Meantime, the Trump campaign promoted an outlandish claim on Monday that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, have abducted and eaten their neighbors' pets. That from the New York Times. A spokesperson for the city of Springfield said there have been no credible reports or specific claims of pests being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. The city's police division said it also had received no reports related to pets being stolen and eaten. Meantime, Oregon voters will decide on a potential change to the state's electoral system in November. More now from Eric Tiganoff.
If passed, Measure 117 would create a ranked choice voting system in federal and statewide elections and give cities and counties the ability to adopt this type of voting system as well. Melanie Billings-Yoon with the League of Women Voters of Portland says the system would replace primaries with a single ballot where voters would rank several candidates based on their preference. She says some candidates initially deemed unelectable could benefit.
I certainly have felt that way back in previous elections. Is it safe for me to vote for this candidate? Would she be unelectable? What we found is that ranked choice voting opens the door to many more women and people of color to be elected.
Ranked choice voting has already been adopted in some localities in Oregon, including Benton County, which adopted the method in 2020, and Portland, which will have its first ranked choice election this year. Opponents say the system would be too confusing or complicated for voters.
A report found nearly half of the winners in local races under ranked choice voting systems were women. This is Public News Service. New findings that look at Native Americans participating in elections show a mixed bag. But in North Dakota, outreach leaders say they're coming off a strong summer of civic engagement.
The Native American Rights Fund last month reported national growth trends among tribal populations for voter turnout, including a 14 percentage point increase between 2018 and 2020. But because of long-standing barriers, there's still a significant gap compared to non-Hispanic white voters. Erica Red Tomahawk with North Dakota Native Vote says her team connected with attendees at various powwows across all of the reservations in North Dakota.
There was a lot of meaningful conversations about the importance of voting, so it was clear that there was a strong desire to participate actively.
She's optimistic the energy from those summer gatherings will result in stronger voter turnout this fall. Overall, NDNV engaged with 200 prospective voters who received information on polling locations and voter ID requirements. I'm Mike Moen.
And e-scooters that people can rent via an app or on their phones are now available in hundreds of American cities, helping to clear the air by cutting down on car trips.
E-scooter companies are now working to reduce their own carbon footprint. Andrew Savage is head of sustainability for the country's biggest e-scooter company called Lime.
As we provide emissions-free transportation to our customers, it's really important that we walk the walk. So we're trying to send a signal to the market that there's a demand among freight owners to decarbonize.
Lime says they are using more electric vans to collect and reposition the scooters. I'm Suzanne Potter.
Studies showed between a third and half of all people would have walked if they didn't rent an e-scooter, but the rest still avoid enough emissions to cover their carbon footprint. Finally, for Kathleen Shannon, recent extreme wildfires in Wyoming burned nearly 500,000 acres, and among those recovering are ranchers and their surviving livestock.
Wildfires burned through large swaths of ranch lands in northern Wyoming and southern Montana last month, including the House Draw Fire, which blazed across nearly 175,000 acres in Johnson and Campbell counties. No homes or human lives were lost, but important ranching resources were, such as hundreds of miles of fencing, winter forage, and summer grazing grounds. Livestock deaths are hard to tally, but Micah Most with the University of Wyoming Extension Office says the injuries are apparent.
So we're seeing a lot of cattle with injured feet, burned feet from walking through or over the hot ground as they were escaping, and a lot of stress just generally on those animals.
Most says the outpouring of support from people in Wyoming and beyond has been deeply meaningful. The office is coordinating hay donations.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's our radio stations, big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7 on a Tuesday with Scott and Val. Thank you for being here. Did you see the cat kisses I was getting during the break?
No, I missed that. I went to refill coffee and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I got like three headbutts at least. So, all right. I thought you'd enjoy seeing, you with just the tail coming up over the microphone, going back and forth. I thought you'd enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard all about ink yesterday.
You
so
did. You
sounds like
got
a
to
cute
have
kitty.
You got to have dinner with my daughter. So there you go.
Yes, and then for an after dinner treat, we went over to PetSmart and looked at kittens. Oh gosh, it's you see. And it was interesting because there was very few adult cats. It was all kittens yesterday. And it's just like, I just get in the point where I'm like, I want all the kittens.
I have a hard time with Sammy's cat because it is a licker, like a dog. So she came up and
my Lily's like that.
She came up and headbutted me a few times, and that was fine. But before she left, she licked me 3 times on my cheek, and I am so allergic to that. So now it's like the whole side of your cheek itches, But it's sweet, so you put up with it because it's a cat.
Yeah, Lily is a cat that likes to lick as well, and so she'll be trying to lick your face, and you'll be trying to stop her from doing that, and then she tries to find your ear, and it's either a bite or on your ear or suck on your ear, so you're just like fighting off this cat's advances.
It doesn't sound that bad to me. All right, here we go. Celebrity birthdays for today. Jose Feliciano, what song did he sing?
Feliz Navidad.
Turning 79 today. Colin Firth, Love Actually. Kingsman, The Secret Service, 64. Alibaba founder Jack Ma is 60. Director Guy Ritchie, 56. Ryan Philippe from Cruel Intentions and USA Network's Shooter is 50. Ballerina Misty Copeland, 42, and comedian Matt Rife, who's rife with funny things? No, 29. All right. Let's see. It happened today. Val's delivering the history.
All right. In 1846, Elias Howe received a patent for the sewing machine.
Huh. All right.
We jump from there to 1963. I'm just going to make sure I should read that. I had to make sure it wasn't too bad.
Yep.
1963, 20 black students entered public schools in Birmingham, Tuskegee, and Mobile, Alabama, following a standoff between federal authorities and Governor George C. Wallace, who resisted integration.
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, 1963. 1989, Hungary stopped enforcing East German visa restrictions and opened its borders, beginning a flood of immigration that led to the fall of the Berlin Wall 2 months later. That's 1989. In 2001, in Thailand, 3 men broke into a store and stole several items. But since they were low on cash, they decided to try returning one of the items for a refund. But when they went to the store, the shop owner explained that she had just opened for the day and he didn't have any money in the cash register yet. So the 3 thieves lay down in hammocks outside the store, waiting for the owner to earn enough money to hand it over to them. That's where the cops found them, asleep. Oh my goodness. Next, 2017, at the 74th Venice Film Festival, The Shape of Water won the Golden Lion. And finally, in 2020, California's August complex wildfire became largest recorded in state history at 471,000 acres, which was just over around 736 square miles.
All right. Moving on to special events for today. It's So Be It Day, also known as Sewing Machine Today for Mr. Howe, who Val just mentioned, inventing this sewing machine on this day. It's TV Dinner Day, World Suicide Prevention Day, Port Wine Day. What is a port wine, Val?
Disgusting.
Besides that.
It's kind of a sweeter wine.
When you just a shot of it makes you kind of tipsy. It's strong. It's strong.
Yeah. It's kind of. I think of it as kind of like cloyingly sweet too. It's just kind of thick and yeah.
All right, to go along with that port wine, Hot Dog Day.
It's a little wine and hot dogs today.
Yep. Ants on a Log Day. International Makeup Day, International Creepy Boston Dynamics Robot Horse Day.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, sorry, Boston Dynamics. And just in case you're waiting for a conspiracy theory, blame it on the Large Hadron Collider Day. That's where they're smashing atoms, you know? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe create a black hole.
There was, some people think that that's kind of, it kind of did like cause like a multiverse type of situation too.
Oh, I hope the other one's better than this one.
Conspiracy theories.
Like I said, I hope the other one's better than this one. All right. Val, what is the number of the day? Oh, no, skip that. That's horrible. That's horrible.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. All right. Remember that show, That's Incredible? Well, that's horrible. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Why? Why would you break?
Why would you even
put that on
why would you even put that on our cheat sheet? That's horrible. All right, let's move along to some regular old news stories. We call these news and nuggets. Tonight's Mega Million Lottery jackpot, $800 million. Jackpot's been growing since June 7th after someone won a June 4th jackpot of $552 million. Let's let it go until it hits $1 billion, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you know what? 800 million just isn't enough for me.
It's not. It's not going to get me till the end.
It's just not going to get me to the end, to know.
All right, Val.
Police are refuting claims of pet barbecues, and I think we heard this on the news. Republican Vice Presidential candidate J.D. Vance's recent claims about migrants kidnapping and eating pets in Springfield, Ohio, have been debunked by local law enforcement. Vance's statements were based on a social media post alleging such incidents, which the Springfield police have stated are not something they are currently investigating. The initial viral post, lacking direct evidence, suggests that pets were being taken and cooked by migrants in the area.
Wow, so the person that's running for vice president is getting his news stories off of Facebook. That's what I got from that.
Well,
man, you are one pathetic loser.
Wow.
Well, you can kind of look at the things that Trump has retweeted as well.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Why aren't women more women going to the gym? Biggest reason? Sure. What? Go ahead.
I was going to say because of the creepy guys watching them.
Could be. Biggest reason shared by over a quarter of women in a survey is money. And close behind, gym intimidation. Feeling too intimidated by the gym. Gym intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. That's why I don't jog. I don't want people making fun of me when they see everything bouncing around.
Oh, I'm sorry about the next story, Scott. I'm sorry.
All right. It affects you too. Shut up.
I know it. but you're going to take it harder than me.
Okay.
Researchers at Princeton University suggest tall people lead happier lives than those of shorter stature. The researchers analyzed data from 450,000 people over the age of 18. The findings indicate taller people are more likely to be positive about their lives and describe themselves as happy and are less likely to complain of persistent sadness or physical pain.
Wow.
Men who describe their lives as the worst possible tended to be more than 0.8 of an inch shorter than average. 0.8 of an inch? What? And women who said the same about their lives tended to be about 0.5 inch shorter than the female average.
It's because we smell more farts down here. It is.
I mean, get over it. You're not even an inch shorter than average. 0.8.
Yes. It breaks my heart. All right. Rookie numbers. Try being like 6 inches shorter than average. Really. Try it. Walk on your knees for a while. Spend a day as Scott. Brad would literally have to do that to be as tall as me. He'd have to walk on his knees.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Idaho story.
Would you mind saying that again?
Idaho.
Idaho? That's frightfully interesting. We pronounce it Ohio.
Ooh,
Ohio.
Way to go, Idaho! I hope this is better than the last one.
I hope so.
Idaho man David Rush has done it again by adding another Guinness World Record to his impressive collection. Rush, also known as Record Breaker Rush on YouTube, recently attempted the record for the most balloons burst without boxing gloves in 1 minute.
With boxing gloves, right?
With boxing gloves. How did I get without? With boxing gloves. Okay. It'd be a lot more impressive if it was without. Just saying. When Russ first considered the record, it stood at 33 balloons. However, by the time he was ready to make his attempt, the number had increased to 68. Undeterred, Rush donned his boxing gloves and punched his way to a whopping 327 balloons in 60 seconds, obliterating the previous record. Now, I want to know, do they test these balloons for tensile strength? Is there a certain mil of thickness they have to be?
You have to. Yeah, you can't have like dollar store balloons.
Exactly.
You have to have tougher ones. Yeah.
I'm going to think there's some cheating going on there. All right. All right.
I'm thinking.
Next story.
Am I doing the next story or not?
I'm picking up a heavy, creepy vibe here.
Yeah, might as well try.
A study out of New Zealand says that men look at a naked woman's breasts or midriff before her face. You know, what did we talk about last week about the studies that never really needed to be done? Did anybody need to do this study?
Well, best part of this study, it was fun, Val. It was fun.
About half of the men in the study, 47%, looked at women's breasts. 1 in 3 looked at the midriff. Less than 20% of first glances were directed at a naked woman's face.
Very disappointing.
And of those 20%, 19% of them were lying.
Hail to the king, baby.
I've heard this about this place before. Villas Las Estrellas is one of the few settlements in Antarctica where people live for years and raise children. Core population is made up of scientists and workers from Chile's military, but they stay long enough to bring their families along. There's a school, a post office, a bank, and a church. But the nearest hospital, 625 miles away. So if you want to live there, you must first have your appendix removed. Children included.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Why not your teeth? What happens if you get a toothache?
Yeah. Maybe that won't kill you for the most part, like a ruptured appendix would.
Yeah. All right. Reversing harm from sitting. Oh, I need this.
All right. Medical researchers have been telling us that prolonged sitting is awful for our health. One major problem is that blood can pool in the legs of a seated person, causing arteries to start losing their ability to control the rate of blood flow. An experimental study discovered it's quite easy to negate these detrimental health effects. Just take a leisurely 5-minute walk for every hour you sit.
But that's like half a day. All right. Body cam footage of Tyreek Hill's arrest by the Miami-Dade PD has been released, shedding light on the heated altercation that took place prior to the Miami Dolphins game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Video shows a tense exchange between Hill and Miami PD officers. In the footage, officers approach Hill's vehicle and knock on the window, prompting him to question the forcefulness of the knock. "You knocked on my window too hard." Despite the officer's instructions to roll down the window, Hill continues to ask why he knocked so hard and rolls the window up again. Eventually, an officer opens the door and pulls Hill out of the car, leading to a phone call to his agent as he's lying on the ground. Moments later, after Hill is brought up, he's asked to take a seat on the curb, but when he delays, an officer forcefully puts him in a seated position. Calais Campbell, Hill's teammate, arrives on the scene and tries to intervene, but he is too met with scrutiny from the officers. As tension rises, Hill mentioned his recent knee surgery as a reason to avoid being forced to the ground. Don't resist the cops. Don't roll up your window. I don't care if you're, a pro football player.
I think now, well, just to play devil's advocate, I think because black men tend to be harassed so much, they immediately suspect that they are going to be harassed for no reason. I think so. They've got a little bit of a defense mechanism that pops up, but that's just playing a little devil's advocate.
Somebody that famous, though, you think they'd be recognized, but maybe not, especially in Miami. You would think. You would think a pro ball player, but maybe not. All right. You could be right.
Yeah.
All right. Wallet Hub. Yeah. Happiest states. I'm in one right now.
All right. Research examined all 50 states across 30 key metrics to determine where Americans exhibit the best combination of emotional, physical, economic, and social well-being. Top 10 happiest states: Hawaii.
Okay.
Maryland, New Jersey, Utah, Delaware, Minnesota, Connecticut, Idaho, Nebraska. And Massachusetts.
Nebraska. How did Nebraska make it on there?
How did Idaho make it on there?
Well, it's pretty. A lot of outdoor stuff. Yeah. Minnesota. So I get it for the pretty. What I don't understand would be New Jersey, Nebraska, Minnesota. I guess 10,000 lakes, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bottom.
All right.
Bottom.
The bottom 10 in the list of happiest states. Starting at 41 would be Kentucky, then Mississippi, Oklahoma, Alabama, Alaska, New Mexico, Tennessee, West Virginia, Arkansas, and Louisiana.
Now those all make sense.
You know what's interesting is that, short of Alaska and New Mexico, they're all on the eastern side of the United States.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. And the 51st most unhappiness state is the state Val lives in, which is the state of confusion.
Yes, it's true. It's hard to get out of it, though. You try to move, and you just get sucked back in.
Speaking of that, people that are totally confused. Here we go.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Oh, we got a giant box today full of the stupids. We call it Odd News. We always kick it off with the news attack where the first statement's true. And the second statement is a bad joke. And I'll take off, Val, just because I think the first one is maybe better for a guy. I don't know.
Sure.
I guess a girl could do it, too. Monday was Boss Employee Exchange Day. Don't know if anybody participated. To help bosses and employees appreciate each other by sharing each other's point of view for just a day. I thought about swapping jobs with my boss, but I don't know how to play golf. It's true.
That was really good.
Yeah.
While it says that Hawaii is the state where people are the happiest, that's because they're the farthest away from the federal government.
It's true. There'll be a presidential debate tonight where candidates will passionately argue over who can fix the country's problems they help create. It's true. So
true. The debate tonight, or as I like to call it, America's most boring improv show. I'm just not thinking it's going to be too boring tonight.
I'm disappointed that the mics are muted. I mean, I think they have to do it or Trump will make himself look bad, but I'm disappointed. I want to see the show. This is like watching Full House with the volume muted.
Yes. Oh.
All right. CDC says at least 65 people in 9 states have been sickened by eggs. If you get sick, pretend it's a rehearsal for Thanksgiving dinner at the in-laws. Maybe not.
Well, that would definitely scramble your work week, though.
Oh. All right. Last one's you then, Val.
Scientists say that a high-fat diet changes the brain, making you want to eat more. That explains why when I eat a cheeseburger, it makes me want French fries, which makes me want a milkshake, which makes me wonder why I ordered only a cheeseburger.
That's true. I love it. All right, we're roaming on to the world of wacky but true. We got some extra stories today, some that didn't get done yesterday, so it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of sound effects. First up, guy in Poland. A man broke into, well, I guess a guy in Poland, you don't need to say he's a man, broke into a business to rob it, and while he was there, he photocopied his face, Val, and then he forgot that selfie behind. When the police tracked him down, he had this to say.
Why didn't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
A brazen bear recently broke into a cabin in California, South Lake Tahoe, and helped itself to a sweet treat from the fridge. The incident, caught on a security camera, showed the bear casually wandering into the cabin and opening the refrigerator to find a bottle of jelly. With hibernation season approaching, bears are on the lookout for food to stock up on, making them more likely to venture into human spaces in search of snacks.
All right. You're not on the cheat sheet, just so you know. That's where you're supposed to be for the extra stories.
Oh, we're supposed to go back and forth?
Yeah.
On the cheat sheet? And
No,
well,
you're just supposed to be on the cheat sheet only.
Oh, okay.
All right. So hold on. I found it. I couldn't find that sound. Oh, no, she's doing the bear story. Where's my sound effect? So he stole what?
He stole jelly.
Jelly?
Yummy, yum, yum. Raspberry jam to go with the ham.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna hit the hay till next May. Hey.
All right. More park news. Forgotten bag of Cheetos recently found inside Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico, causing a disruption in the cave's delicate ecosystem. National Park Service rangers say the cheesy snacks were discovered off-trail in the big room of the national park. Due to the high humidity in the cave, the Cheetos bag provided an ideal environment for fungi and macrobacterial life to thrive, forming a temporary food web involving cave crickets, mites, spiders, and flies. Rangers spent 20 minutes cleaning up the area. 20 minutes!
No.
And remove foreign molds that had spread as a result of the dropped snack bag. They've reminded the public of the importance of maintaining the delicate balance of cave ecosystems, cautioning visitors about the potential consequences of careless littering. Wow.
So I thought those things had so many preservatives in it, they would have never grown fungi or microbial life.
Well, at least now you know what happens to you after you eat Cheetos.
Behold the cave of Carbano. Cave of Wonders? For the entrance to this cave is guarded by a creature so foul, so cruel, that no man yet has fought with it and lived.
Maurice?
Papa!
You get back to your cave this instant.
But
This instant, young lady.
Ooh. Sorry.
This instant.
All
right. During a robbery in Spain, a robber's pants slipped down and he dropped a handful of cash. The machete-wielding man also tripped, causing his hood to come off and partially revealing his face. Witnesses were quite able to point him out to the cops.
But they needed to do a mugshot of his bum.
His bum.
Yeah, because the pants fell down.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
What? Hey, how's it going?
Pull your pants up, boy. I don't want to see that.
What would you say if a guy walked in for an interview without a shirt on? And I hired him. What would you say?
He must have had on some really nice pants.
I'm all about having fun. You know, get a couple of cocktails in me, start a fire in someone's kitchen, maybe go to SeaWorld, take my pants off.
Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to use a liar, liar, pants on fire defense.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
All right. U.S. Navy chief took matters into her own hands to ensure internet access for herself and her enlisted officers while deployed on a warship. Griselle Marrario, commander-chief of the USS Manchester, secretly had unauthorized Starlink satellite dishes installed on board the ship. Marrario's motive was to scroll social media, check sports scores, and watch movies, all while the ship was underway, which is a big no-no. Don't want to have your warship linked to the internet. The Navy's investigation revealed that Marrero and several other chief petty officers paid for the Starlink kit, had it installed prior to deployment, even used the Chief Petty Officers Association's debit card to cover the monthly bill.
Wow.
Wow. And then the worst off, they shared their password. All right. Despite attempts to conceal the network and pass it off as a printer, Marrero's actions were eventually discovered. In the end, Marrero was relieved of her duties, demoted, and convicted of dereliction of duty and providing false information. Wow.
Wow, I guess life is really boring on those warships that you had to, make sure you could scroll social media.
Where is your honor, dirtbag? You are an absolute disgrace.
Hey, it's nothing. We heroes have a duty. We should, we heroes should what?
Should help the weak.
Oh, that's right. Should help the weak. It's our duty. It's written in some book.
Ah, that's what I like to see. Devotion to duty.
What's funny is she sounds like Kamala.
Let's go to the Tesla Cybertruck. And it's had its critics and problems since its debut, but no one can deny its ability to grab attention. And now a wrecked Cybertruck in Seattle has become a local landmark with its own Google Maps pin and everything. The damaged Cybertruck appears to have suffered a suspension failure and is now abandoned on the side of a busy road. Photos of the wrecked truck have made their way onto social media platforms where it has become a bit of a meme sensation.
This is awesome. This is Elon Musk's quote about that social media sensation.
Just a piece of junk. So I threw myself away, along with all these dumb inventions.
Looks like such a beat-up, worthless piece of junk.
When this piece of junk start whooping out smoke and blowing gaskets, oh, Andre ain't gonna be so happy.
But the bitter truth we critics must face is that in the grand scheme of things, the average piece of junk is probably more meaningful than our criticism designating it so.
What a piece of junk!
Oh, boy.
All right, last story. Man in the UK arrested after coming to a house as officers carried out a search. The search at the house was for drugs. The man who showed up while cops were there was bringing the drugs. This is how it went down.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave, man. Open up, I got the stuff.
Who?
It's Dave, man. Open up. I think the cops saw me come in here.
Who is it?
It's Dave, man. Will you open up? I got the stuff with me.
Who?
Dave, man. Open up.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave. Come on, man. Open up. I think the cops saw me.
Dave's not here.
No, man. I'm Dave, man. Hey, come on, man.
Who is it?
It's Dave, man. Will you open up? I got the stuff with
Who?
me. Dave, man. Open up.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Dave's not here.
No, man. I am Dave, man. Will you... Come on. Open up the door, will you? I got the stuff with me. I think the cops saw me.
Who is it?
Oh, what the hell is it? Come on, open up the door. It's Dave.
Who?
Dave. D-A-V-E. Will you open up? Yeah, Dave.
Dave?
Right, man. Dave. Now, will you open up the door?
Dave's not here.
Oh.
And that, my friends, is a perfect way to wrap up a Tuesday. All right, coming up on the radio tonight, it is... were you going to say something about Dave?
No.
Okay. All right. Coming up tonight on the radio, 6 o'clock every night, different genres of music. Tonight it's jazz with the one and only Dr. Jazz. 3 hours of jazz music will take you to 9 o'clock when we have the Soul Show and a couple hours of soul music for you. Now, don't forget, a Wednesday morning right here on KCHW, it's your morning show with Chuck Ritchie, Paula, and Sharon, and they give you the lowdown of everything that is happening around town. So join them, please, tomorrow morning. Don't forget Kids Story Time today, 10:30 to 11:30 on the lawn outside the library. And then the Chihuahua Valley Land Trust is having a Sunset Fun Run. That's going to start at 6:30. They'll give you till 8:30 to be finished, which is kind of dark out by then. So if you don't finish, you're probably going to spend the night up there. Okay. So I guess if you're not back by 8:30, tough luck. So get your running pants on. It's the Gold Hill Community Forest up by the golf course. Once again, it starts at 6:30. Going to do it again on the 24th, too. If you want more information on that fun run tonight, you can call Ash at 360-319-2125. Once again, 360-319-2125. I think that's all we have for today. Always give Val that chance to share a thought. And Val, what would that thought be?
You told me to find a new one because you didn't like my old one. So I am just going to say, enjoy your last day of summer today because fall is on its way.
I was just kidding. Your usual one's awesome. What is that again?
Please be kind to each other today.
Whatever. Just nice try. I'm kidding. Love you, sis. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Have a great day, everybody.
Hello world, hear the song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave, man. Open up, I got the stuff.
Who?
It's Dave, man. Open up, I think the cops saw me come in here.
Great job, team. Head back to base for debriefing and cocktails.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.